Hey everybody, good morning, happy Monday, welcome to the Coffee Run Live. It is the 7th of January 2019 and it's been a really interesting few days. So as you know, the thing that I'm really passionate about is you guys doing what you need to do, getting your message out there, making stuff happen, and Monday is typically the day that I give you the big rah rah, let's get out there and make shit happen type things. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've been doing, working through, working on in order to do the rah-rahness that is going to be required this morning. Hey Georgina, hey from Canberra, lovely. It's like Mildred's sister city, actually. So the backstory to today is the things that I want to achieve this year in our company, in my business, is very different to what I wanted last year, which is different to what I wanted the year before, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. And we all know that the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, whilst expecting a different result. So I've decided there's a couple of things, I've decided to kind of hark back to some of the things that I was doing religiously and relentlessly, actually, kind of pre the middle of last year, and in order to kind of work through. So really the things that I guess that I wanted to talk to you about today is what's getting in the way of you going full out. Hey Ali, what's getting in the way, what's been holding you back from making it all happen, from being seen, being visible, putting your stuff out there, doing Facebook Lives, doing more posts, selling a program, doing an intake, anything like that. And most of the time, it's based around fear, right? I know for me, it's really interesting, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's still fears that I need to deal with and work through, and blocks, I guess, that I need to deal with and work through, because there's like new levels, there's new turkeys hanging around your feet, right? So it's like new level, new devil type thing. So I guess the things that the person that you were yesterday is not the person that you need to be today, right? So the thing that I want you to consider is, well, number one, what have I really been hanging on to that can be let go now? Is it old beliefs? Is it old habits? Is it old thinking? Is it old resentments? Is it guilt, shame, anything like that? So it's also our anniversary today. So my husband and I have been married today for 13 years. I think I deserve a medal. He probably thinks he deserves, actually, we both deserve medals and trophies and a freaking, boatload of accolades for getting through. And I guess marriage is almost a really great metaphor for business, right? There are days where I don't want to talk to Dom. He knows that, by the way. There are days where it's just like, this is the best. You go through periods of things being really great, and then you go through periods of things being, quite frankly, shit. And it takes that recommitment to yourself, with what you want, to each other, with what we want, in order to kind of recalibrate. And the other thing with that is that sometimes those two don't always meet. So it's like trying to compromise and work out while still both getting what we want. It's tricky, right? But the thing that we are both, really committed to, and this is, through dragging Dom along, almost like kicking and screaming over the years, has been around, we're both committed to our own growth as well. And what I mean by that is, I've done a lot of work on myself. I've done a lot of deep work on myself, and it's important that it's not just one-sided. Yeah, it's like we've both got to be able to do it. Because otherwise, from a frequency perspective, if I'm kind of elevating and he's stuck here, then there's no longer an energetic match, and that's where things break and fracture. So this came to a head in 2013, 2014, and really kind of had to drag him along. And bless his heart, he's still here, so he made some changes, and we both made some changes incidentally. Where I'm going with that though is that there are things that you're required to let go of in a relationship, old resentments, old guilt, things like that, in order to get back up to the place where you guys really rock, right? And then there'll be some new things that happen, and then you've got to be able to, okay, let that go, talk about it, work through it. I love Brene Brown's work where we're talking about being vulnerable and having those conversations and kind of almost like bearing your soul to each other. I find that really fucking hard. But you've got to talk through that and work through that, have those shitty first draft conversations so that you can let that go in order to get to wherever that next piece is that you need, that next level that you need to get to. And business is the same. You won't hit new income levels, you won't get the clients that you want, you won't achieve that level of success that you want, dream of and desire if you've still got the old thinking, the old stuff like hanging on. So what do you need to let go of? And if you think about what's been holding you back in order from getting to where it is that you want to be, then that's some stuff that you will need to let go of, right? So it could be fear, it could be guilt, it could be shame, it could be blah, 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 whatever else it might be. For me, if I'm completely open and honest with you, it's been a lot around this fear of, well, what if I do all of this and I burn out again? What if I do all of this and I'm not happy? What if I do all of this and it all blows up in my face? So I've had to do some work on all of that because, as I've said to you very publicly over the past week in particular, it's like I'm completely committed to just, really upping the ante on everything this year and kind of playing a much bigger game and, shooting the lights out. But I can't do that with the old thinking of 2018 or 2017 or 2013 or 2010 when I first started. It's really different. So once you've worked on all of that, then you'll know, all right, well, what do I need to have in place in order to now, belief systems, it might be your mantras, it might be whatever it is that you need to tell yourself. It might be a daily thing that you tell yourself or a question, a guiding question that you ask yourself. Well, what needs to happen in order for me to really step up? And, what am I willing to do? What do I need to hear? What do I need to say? And things like that. The other really important thing, of course, is, in my opinion, is to have someone in your world that you're not married to, not your partner, preferably not a friend even, who can say, you're full of shit. What you just said you wanted, nah, that's not it. You've got to go deeper. You're playing at the surface. You've got to go deeper. Good morning, Beck. Because we're really excellent at tricking ourselves and trying to keep ourselves safe, right? Because where you are right now with your income, with your output, with everything that you've got going on right now, it's safe because it's familiar. You might not like it, but it's safe and it's familiar. So what are you going to do in order to shift that and really get to where you need to be? And being uncomfortable is one of the fastest ways for you to really kind of accelerate up and get to where you need to be. So that's really what I wanted to say to you guys today. If you are kind of pondering on that, it could be, well, what would I be doing different? What would I be doing differently if I wasn't afraid? What would I be doing differently if I wasn't worried about the negative feedback or perceived negative feedback or the haters or, whatever else? If your goal is to make $250,000, what does a $250,000 business owner do? What decisions would they be making? If I had 1,000 paying clients right now, what choices would you be making? What decisions would you be making? How would you be backing yourself? And that's the type of thing that I think is really helpful as you're kind of working through your level of activity and what you're doing every day, actually. So that's me for today. So the big message here is to make sure that you are, of course, putting yourself out there, being visible, making stuff happen, but also making sure that you're doing some of the work. I'm getting back into doing a lot of my energy stuff every day. I pay for it when I don't. It's so interesting. There's no fans going on here. That's really strange. I don't know what the noise is. There's no fans going on. There's no noise. I don't even have the air conditioner on. So sorry if there's weird noise. That's a little bit irritating. I've arranged my office around, so maybe it's the space, the new energy that's been created. All of my fans, my energetic fans, whooshing us all along. Who knows? Anyway, I think you guys get the point. Get out there, get visible, go help some people, but remember that there are things hanging around that you can let go of in order for you to be able to move on. Oh, I had another thought that I needed to tell you actually. There are sometimes things in your past that you might regret, that you might feel bad about, that you might feel some shame attached to, and things like that. Deal with it, okay? So I had a friend, a girl that I was friends with, a woman I was friends with for 12 years, and helped me through a lot of stuff. We got our wedding and this, that, and the other. And for a whole host of various different reasons, I wasn't able to be, I couldn't be the kind of friend that she really needed me to be. And in terms of the level of contact and all this other stuff. And so I broke up with her. And I didn't do it particularly resourcefully. It was the only way at the time that I felt like I could do it. I'm the type of person that kind of like builds up and gets really anxious, and then when it comes time to have a shitty conversation, I'm kind of like bleh. And because I've already made decisions in my head, even though inside I can be like writhing, and on the outside it can look like I'm quite cold. So anyway, long story short, it was a few years ago now that I did this, and it's her anniversary today. And she was at our wedding, and I've messaged her, so we haven't been friends on Facebook for forever. And I just messaged her to say, look, I'm actually really sorry about how I hurt you. I think about you all the time, which is true. And thank you so much for being such a huge part of my world and my life at that time. I really appreciated it. Hope everybody as well. Love Nick. And it's something that I've kind of been pondering, I guess, for a really long time. But this is the stuff that we needed. For me, it was one of the things that I just needed to let go of. And it's really also, I think, the other part of this stuff, shitty things happen. I've been feeling guilty about this for years, actually. Even though to me it felt like it was a necessary thing that needed to happen. I felt really bad. I felt really guilty about it. I don't like hurting people's feelings. I like to think I'm a nice person. And a good person and just and all of this, that and the other, but it was, it was a really freaking tough, it was a hard call. So what I want you to hear is that we've got to take responsibility for our part in things. Whether it was something that you feel like had to happen or things like that, it's, you've still got to take your responsibility. Take responsibility for your part in stuff that goes on, in stuff that happens. So if you felt hurt by someone, if you felt wronged by someone, have a look at that and take responsibility for your part in it and resolve it, clear it out, and move on. You don't have to have a conversation with that person. I'm not saying that. You could write a letter, you could write a post, you could send a voicemail, you could do a voice memo. I think it would be really cool if you wrote a letter and then burn that shit. It doesn't have to go to the other person. In this particular instance, given the date that's of significance and things like that, I felt like it was the right thing to do to actually send this message to this person. So you might feel like that sometimes. Or you might just write it, but it's important to let go of that stuff, because even though it might not seem relevant, there's like all of these kind of little, if you imagine kind of like imagine your energetic body, and then there's all of these little things, poking in to your field, and it can make you heavier and more dense, and it stops you from kind of raising your frequency. And what we know is that in order to get to new levels, your frequency needs to increase. So we've got to clear that out, let that stuff go. Gosh, that went a little energetic today, didn't it? So there you go. Have a great day. Have fun getting out there, being visible, clearing your shit out. It's really liberating. Once if you've done any type of work on anything like that, make sure you cut the cords to any of the thinking that you've done. And I'd really strongly recommend that you perhaps have a salt bath. And that is where you put, go get some, you'll feel like you're stewing yourself. Go get a bag of table salt from Coles or Whole Foods or, Ralph's, wherever, like 2 kilos or a couple of pounds. Tip like a whole cup of salt and soaking that salt in a bath for 15 minutes. If you live by the ocean, go and hang out in the ocean. It's like the best thing that you could possibly do. If you're not a bath person, have a salt shower. I talked about that the other day. Just kind of like salt scrub down and do that. So that also helps to clear your field of the residue and the shit that you're clearing out and that you're releasing. So yeah, go do that. All right. Most of all, though, have a great freaking Monday. Have fun doing whatever it is that you're doing, and yeah, have fun, rock it out, and I'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye.